Good evening, Lawndale. It's 8 o'clock and the polls are closed in 4 precincts. And welcome to Channel 22's live coverage of the Lawndale elections live from City Hall. Along with Anita Khalatbari, I'm Lou Stowers, welcoming you to the council chambers. We're just outside here and we will be bringing you live election results. As soon as we get them, you will get them. And Anita, all over Los Angeles County, cities are voting to find out who is going to run their cities, who's going to be in the mayor's chair, and some big ballot measures just like here in Lawndale.
That's right. Good evening, Lou, and good evening, Lawndale. Yes, we're very happy to be bringing you the up-to-the-minute election results. Yes, welcome to the live election results of Lawndale Municipal Elections 2008.
And there's 4 candidates vying for city council chairs, 2 city council chairs, 3 mayoral candidates, and 1 big multi-million-dollar ballot measure, Anita.
That's right. Candidates running for mayor are incumbent Mayor Harold E. Hoffman, Councilman Jim Ramsey, and Fred Siegel. And candidates running for member of City Council are Angie Moeller, James Osborne, Councilmember Robert Pullen Miles, who's the incumbent council member, and also Jack Sims. And as Lou mentioned, we have a great, well, I should say very expensive Measure A also on the ballot that people will be hopefully choosing tonight. Or
and it's a very
making
important
a decision
one
upon, yes.
Because there are a lot of seniors in the area, there's a lot of kids in the area, and they need somewhere to go. So the city council says they need somewhere to go and conduct their activities and receive their services. So there is the $8 million ballot measure to see if there will be a new center built for that project.
Absolutely. So there's a diverse group of people that are trying to change the makeup of Lawndale City Council in this year's election. So it should be interesting to see, and hopefully we'll get to interview these key people and some other people that have been involved in the election throughout this past couple of years.
Anita, why don't we tell the folks just exactly what we're going to be doing tonight?
Absolutely.
You and I are going to be here. This is going to be Action Central for Channel 22, as it were, where I'll be sitting here anchoring, and you will be anchoring inside the council chambers, getting interviews and talking to people. People will be coming by here, and you'll be watching the big election board inside, and I'll be watching it here, and we'll both be letting people know what those election results are. Absolutely.
We'll be looking at all the results coming in from the precincts number 1, 4, 7, and 9. As they are coming in, rolling in, and being collected and counted, we'll be bringing you the up-to-minute elections results.
And right now, the polls just closed 4 minutes ago, but there are no precincts reporting as of yet. Now again, those are paper ballots, and paper ballots here in the city of Lawndale. The city clerk has kind of taken the electronic balloting machines and the hanging chads and all of that other stuff and just kind of put them in the closet for this election and brought out the old paper ballots where you actually have to mark in your vote for the candidate of your choice.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll get a chance to interview the city clerk tonight and ask her how this whole process actually works. It's maybe a simple one, yet quite complicated. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to her.
That's right. So it may take a little time for us to get these results in. So along with you, we'll be waiting for those results.
Oh, yes. And
well, why don't we talk about some of the candidates?
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about the candidates running for council member seat.
That's right.
The very first one I'd like to mention is Councilman Robert Pullen Miles. He is the incumbent council member seeking his 2nd term, and he has been council member since 2004. He's a former Lawndale Planning Commissioner. He has a Bachelor of Science degree in Legal Studies. He is a Reserve Deputy Probation Officer. He is also endorsed by the American Federation of State County Municipal Employees, a public union. American Federation of State County and Municipal Employees, or AFSCME, is the nation's largest and fastest growing public service employees union with more than a quarter million members.
And that's a huge endorsement for both of those gentlemen to regain their seats, that's for sure, for Pullen Miles and for Osborne. And Angie Moeller is another one of the candidates running for city council.
correct.
And she has an education background, a former Centinela Valley School Board trustee, and is now a math consultant for the LA Unified School District.
Sure. Let me just also mention, Lou, what the priorities are for incumbent Council Member Robert Pullen Miles. His priorities are increasing services to Lawndale families, teenagers and seniors, and increasing economic development, and of course a very important issue, which is improving public safety in the city.
Well, economic development is important in every city, not only here in LA County, but all over the country, as well, the economy. Who knows where it's going? Property values going up and down. What's going to happen there? I'm sure there's a lot of things are going to be handled here. Economic development also with community services and code enforcements, low-cost loans that can be given out to homeowners. All of that is very important with the City Council. And not only that, but also this ballot measure A, which we're going to get more into.
Absolutely.
So how is that going to get paid for? Well, we'll find out, and maybe we'll talk to some of these people as they come in on election night here at the City Hall in Lawndale, right outside the council chambers, live on Channel 22.
That's right, live from the City Hall.
What about Jack Sims? What do we know about him?
Actually, I was taking a look at, if you don't mind, at James Osborne first.
Oh, okay, sure.
He is he's Gardenia's park superintendent. He is the author of 6 books, including 2 on the history of Lawndale. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
And he's a historian, and he is the chairman of the Lawndale Historical Society. He recently started a long dormant neighborhood watch near his home and said it has helped curtail graffiti. He's also endorsed by the AMFSCE, which is the American, as we just mentioned, the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, and he's a former Public Works supervisor for Torrance. He's also a member of Lawndale's Cable Commission and Youth Day Parade Committee. He has stated that his relatives were some of the city's first settlers.
Wow, that goes all the way back to the turn of the 20th century, and when we believe it was Arnold Lusinger came into town. That's where Lusinger High School got its name.
That's right. And all the sports events that we see happening there right now.
But also, a long time ago, Lawndale was a dairy farming area, dairy ranching, and this is the place where people used to come to because of the unique little towns and unique little farms that Hollywood people from Culver City would come here back in the early days and just come to get away.
Who would have known this little city has so much history and culture behind it?
That's right. And well, it seems like one of our council members maybe will be able to tell us a little bit about that.
More about that. Hopefully we get to interview him and ask him about the history of Lawndale. And yes, we're going to talk about Jack Sims.
Okay.
He is the Director of Specialized Enforcement. In 1989, he joined the LA County Probation Department to strengthen families experiencing crisis. And he grew up in a Navy household in Hawaii. He played football at University of Hawaii. He has a BA in psychology. He came to Lawndale in 2005, and he felt it very much like a home. He felt at home immediately.
Oh, that's
and so that's Jack Sims.
Especially after going to University of Hawaii, being a Rainbow Warrior, getting off the rock and coming to Lawndale and getting comfortable right away. That's big here. And what about Angie Mulder?
Okay, let's talk about Angie. Yes, Angie is currently math consultant for LA Unified School District, LAUSD. She served as a Centinela Valley School Board trustee from 1997 to 2004. Angie wants to solve the lack of parking in the city, improve the infrastructure, and create more youth and senior programs.
Parking. That always seems to be a huge issue in any city, but here in Lawndale especially, where there's a lot of cars, a lot of families, and got seniors and kids now getting their licenses, and lots of cars. There is nowhere to park here on a busy Saturday or Sunday when things are going on around the city in the parks or anywhere else you want to go. So that is a huge issue.
That's right.
And the mayoral candidates, there's some interesting people running there. We have 3 candidates running for mayor right now.
That's right.
And also a person who is running for double digits in his term.
That's right. Well, let's talk about Councilman Jim Ramsey, who is running for mayor. Jim Ramsey, who made an unsuccessful run for the mayor 4 years ago, is making another bid in this year's election to unseat the longtime incumbent Harold Hoffman. The 2 city officials will face off in tonight's race that has also attracted a Lawndale activist, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. Ramsey is a former mayor himself, and he was the mayor from 1977 to 1978. He spent the past 6 years on the council. Before winning his council seat in 2002, he was a planning commissioner for 12 years. He also previously served on the council from 1974 to 1986. And among Ramsey's priorities are to support an improved infrastructure and increase police force.
Now that's very big as well. A lot of cities trying to get their police forces up and running, not well up and running, but improved, like the city of Los Angeles, always trying to get more cops on the force there. And speaking of that, the former top cop, we just saw some guests coming in here, the former top cop and current Los Angeles City Councilman Bernard Parks had made his way into the council chambers, so hopefully we'll get him here on Channel 22 on our live election coverage tonight.
Hopefully. And of course, yes, as you mentioned, the longtime mayor of the city of Lawndale.